NFL Game Day Pick'Em on your TV once again. Cynthia, Chiefs favored by 8 on the road in Cleveland. How do you see this one playing out?
I have Kansas City by 10, 31-21. This game comes down to big plays. The Chiefs offense makes the most while the Browns give up the most.
Love me some Quain. Who's biting the dust in this one? Saints favored by 2 at home in the Dome. How does that defense for the Saints slow down that explosive Rams offense?
Well, it's going to be tough to slow them down, but they did get Eli Apple last week, and he came in and played extremely well. He gives them some flexibility in their coverage so they can have more guys in the box to stop that run that the Rams have. So they won't stop them, but slow them down.
The Rams defense, Cynthia, adds Dante Fowler, another first-round pick to an already talented bunch. How does Drew Brees deal with that?
Well, Drew Brees gets the ball out faster than any other quarterback in the NFL. Those short, quick passes will counterbalance the best interior defender in the NFL. That's Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh. And from the perimeter now, Dante Fowler, too.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. When it comes to the picks, I have to go with the Saints because Drew Brees has 14 touchdown passes, 1 pick, and he gets pressured less than any other quarterback in football.
You weren't even confident about that pick, and that is why I'm going with the Rams. I'm sorry, the Saints secondary allow the 5th most fantasy points to wide receivers. I say Robert Woods sees that end zone. Give me the Rams, people.
I'm going with the Saints here. Even though the Rams defense is pretty good, the defense allow 87 receptions to opposing running backs and tight ends, which is 7th most in the NFL. They won't win that game because of that.
Well, you saw all the good numbers here, but I'm going to give you the 2 that matter most.
All right, what you got?
Saints 30, Rams 29. A narrow victory, lots of touchdowns. In fact, 3 passing touchdowns for each quarterback in this one.
I am the lone wolf on this, and I have some catching up to do, so hopefully I get a W. On to the AFC North we go, where the Ravens host the Steelers. They played once this year. Baltimore took it. However, the Ravens have lost 3 of their last 4, while the Steelers are on a 3-game win streak. The Ravens are favored by 3 at home. TD, the Steelers' worst offensive game of 2018 happened to be against the Ravens. How will they attack Baltimore?
Well, you said that, and last time James Conner had his worst game of the year, only 9 attempts. But since then, James Conner, 21 attempts per game, 120-something yards, 2 touchdowns. It will be a different game for James Conner this time around. Since
that game, he's averaging 122 rushing yards per game. Not bad at all. Best in the league. Cynthia, how will the Ravens, though, turn it around?
Well, turn it around. Joe Flacco in this offense. Last time they matched up, Joe Flacco he connected with not 5, but 11 different pass catchers. He had the best quarterback rating in his career. It may not be that high this time, but I think we see a lot of passing offense in this one.
Okay, so you start us off with game picks. Who do you have winning this thing?
So I have the Ravens taking this one, 26-23 at home. More points scored than you might imagine between these 2 rivals.
No. I have the Steelers in this one going down. I know they played a horrible game the first time they met, but since then, Baltimore 1-3, and everything is trending down for the Ravens.
I'm sorry,
the defense is still good. Everything else is horrible.
Okay. And that Ravens defense knows the formula to beat the Steelers. If the Ravens lose, they are 1-3 in that division. I say the Ravens are the more desperate team. Give me the Ravens at home.
They're definitely desperate, but they're also regressing to the mean. I agree with the Hall of Famer. I'm going Steelers here. 6 out of the last 9
regressing
seasons.
To the mean. They're 4-4. That's exactly
mean. They will split again. Camera's on me, Frelund. Camera's on me. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Oh, lies.
All right, to Washington we go now, where the Redskins host the Falcons. Atlanta coming off a bye, but they won 2 in a row before that. Meanwhile, the Redskins have won 3 in a row, including a road win over the Giants last week. Redskins favored by 1 in Landover. TD, I know you love what you see by that old running back there in the burgundy and gold, Adrian Peterson.
I mean, how can you not like what you see? This man has gone back to the old Adrian Peterson. Never thought I would see that. He is completely taking over games. He's running the rock like it's his last run ever. So, yes, absolutely. I like what I see.
Redskins secondary bolstered now by the trade for Clinton Dix. They pair him with DJ Swearinger. How does that affect Matt Ryan?
So, TD, you're a Hall of Famer, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when you have a great defensive front and you're really hard to defend in the middle of the field, what does that mean?
That
means it's really hard.
No, that means that a Hall of Famer would find a way.
Oh,
he would find a way.
Okay. Well, who's a Hall of Famer then? In the run game there on the other side?
That's right.
Who? Oh, you're not playing though.
All right.
You're not playing this one.
I'm going with the Redskins in this one. Adrian Peterson, 15 carries a game. Yeah. He's going to win.
All right, so I'm going to go Falcons in this one. I know it's hard to pick against my Redskins. Jamison Crowder is out. Trent Williams is out. Chris Thompson is out. Three of their most explosive playmakers on offense. I'm just going Falcons.
You're going Falcons, people. By the way, he's a Redskins fan. So, A, that's messed up. And B, it's been a formula that's worked for the Redskins. Run the rock with number 26 and the strong defense that just got Clinton Dix. Give me the Redskins. That's an obvious one.
I like that. I agree with you.
Agree,
This is what I said. I just said that still with Adrian Peterson, they have found a formula. When he gets the ball 15 times or more, they're 5-0. Same formula works. So.
All right.
Give me the Redskins.
Well, I guess I'm going to go with the Redskins, too, here. 26-23, in part because Dan didn't pick them, and when he doesn't pick them, then they win.
She's actually right, and I hope I'm wrong here.
Drop the mic. That was pretty good. Yeah. All right, more game picks in a bit. Let's talk individual performances in more or less. All right, when Pat Mahomes and Baker Mayfield last met in college, they combined for 1,279 passing yards. This week, we're only asking for a combined 555 passing yards. TD, more or less?
I'm going less here. I know Patrick Mahomes will give you some passing yards there. But Baker Mayfield is not going to give you that many in this game. Kansas City, the last two games have been really good on defense.
Yeah.
So I'll say less total passing.
All right, Sin.
So I'm going over 555 passing yards in this one because it's the number one big play giving up defense. That's the Browns versus the number two big play giving up defense. That's the Kansas City Chiefs. I think big plays are going to be a huge factor in this one.
TG3 goes for 150. Todd Gurley going to have 150 scrimmage yards against the Saints, TD.
150. I'm going less than 150 because if the Saints have any chance of winning this game, they have to stop that man, number 30, and that's where they're going to focus.
I completely agree with you. That 150 seems a bit high versus this defense, which is number one in the run game, so defending against the run. I do think Gurley will be really impactful. I just don't think it's going to net in more than 150 scrimmage yards.
Todd Gurley over 150 scrimmage yards 4 times out of 8 games this season. That's 50%, Cynthia, for you, just in case you're confused.
Or 50. All right, let's talk defense. Texans, Broncos, they will combine for 4 sacks. TD.
Maury here. I know Von Miller is a little questionable, and he's not quite up to par. But there is another guy in this game, J.J. Watt. And so with all these guys and these sack masters in this game, I'll say more than 4 sacks.
Are you going like 6?
I think about 7 or 8.
Okay, so I'm going 6 in this one. I do think Von Miller is a concern. You're going to want to keep your eye out on that one in general. But I think between J.J. Watt, you mentioned it, Jadeveon Clowney, even Whitney Merciless might get into this.
Chubb,
There's a good chance
a lot of guys.
Just one of the teams could get 4 sacks. All right, despite the 33 seasons combined NFL experience between them, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady have only met once as starters prior to this week. They have 5 MVP awards combined, and Rodgers won their head-to-head matchup in 2014. Some people calling this the GOAT Bowl.
The GOAT Bowl.
The GOAT Bowl, not me, but some people. The Pats are favored by 6 in this one, TD. What does Bill Belichick have in store for Aaron Rodgers?
Well, what Bill has to have in store is to keep Aaron Rodgers in that pocket, make sure he doesn't have those explosive plays, and make sure that everything is in front of them and just have assignment of football. Sure. That's what he's going to do to Aaron Rodgers.
Not the best time to get rid of Clinton Dix, but the Packers did it. How will TB12 take advantage of that? Cynthia, I'm looking at you.
Well, we've seen this before, and we'll see it again. His name's Rob Gronkowski. You may have heard of him. He's a nightmare in the middle of the field. He's a big-time problem in terms of who do you match up on him. Even if Clinton Dix were there, he's still going to be a big problem in this one, and I think Gronk touchdown happening.
What about Patriots win? Is that happening?
Yeah, it's happening. Patriots win 28-21. Sorry, Aaron Rodgers, another road loss.
Yeah, I'd like to back the Pack. I just can't. If you are a rational, sane human being, you don't pick against the Patriots in Foxborough. You just don't do it, TD, right?
You just don't do it. I have the Patriots win this one as well. Listen, the Packers, they are 0-3 on the road, and they're scoring 5 fewer points per game and giving up 10 more points per game on the road. So that's why I'm going with the Packers.
DC, Mike Tenton, I got what you were saying there, said they're focusing on James White because certain safeties have a tough time covering him. Certain safety no longer there in Clinton Dix. I say this is going to be a great game for James White, per usual. 2 of the best QBs in this game going head-to-head Sunday. Game day morning. We got Kurt, Mooch, Herb. They debate which QB do they want with the game on the line, Rodgers or Brady? Find out that answer. NFL Game Day morning, Sunday, 9 a.m. It is only on NFL Network. All right, with that, it is time for On the Hook, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. TD, who do you have for your On the Hook W?
On the hook. I said it
Upset
before. I'm going with the Steelers to beat the Baltimore Ravens here. The Baltimore Ravens, last 3 weeks, they love to blitz. And guess who's great against the blitz?
Who's that?
That Ben Roethlisberger. He's really good.
Yes,
And so
he is.
right there, the Steelers take it.
You heard it, Dan.
All right, thank you, guys. Seahawks, Chargers, and the Seahawks favored by 1 at home. That run game for Seattle getting better every week. How do the Chargers slow that down?
Well, look at what they do with number 33. That's their rookie safety. His name's Derwin James. They've been using him all over the field in different formations and coverages, against running, against passing. He's been just absolutely super impactful all over the field. He's going to make a big difference in this one.
Yeah, Derwin James has been an absolute stud. TD, the Seahawks have been surprisingly effective running the ball. How do the Chargers are stopping the run? How do the Chargers attack them if Melvin Gordon doesn't play?
I think you stick to the script here. Austin Eckler is a really good running back. He's very good at breaking tackles and giving you those yards after contact. So you stick to the script and you run the ball against that stout Seattle defense.
All right, I'm going to hit things off with the game picks, and I am going with Seahawks at home. Keep the ball away from Phillip Rivers, which is what the Seahawks have been doing, running the ball. By the way, I just recently added Mike Davis with 6 teams on a bye. I say he's going to have a good game.
All right, I'm going with Seahawks for this one reason. Since 2012, Seattle versus AFC opponents at home, they are 12-0.
Woo!
Enough said. Give me those Seahawks.
All right, Dan, what do you have?
I like Seahawks. How about that defense? Since week 3, they have the #1 scoring defense in the NFL. Bobby Wagner and the Miracles getting it done.
Well, I really like whenever TD gives me stats like that. But in this game, I like the upset. Chargers 24, Seahawks 23. And guys, I'm the only one that's picking this one. And you know what happens when that.
What happens?
Oh, just pat her on the back. He likes to get that back. I get it.
So
I
you're
get
saying
it.
we have a chance.
All right, we should be paying closer attention to her picks, apparently. But for now, we pay attention to Dave Damashek. It is time for 60 seconds.
Oh, hi and hello, football fans. Dave Damashek here. Let's travel to Cleveland, Ohio, where Greg Williams and his Browns are playing host to the mighty Chiefs. KC's going to put up at least 28 points, exceeded only by the number of naughty words Williams utters over the course of 60 minutes. It might sound like a joke, but Alex Smith's Skins are, in fact, in first place. And laugh all you want, but if they win at home against Atlanta, they're going to have a 2-game lead on the defending champions. But if I can get serious here for a minute, they aren't going to win. And Julio Jones will score a touchdown. In Baltimore, it's pro football's best 21st century rivalry. I don't know who's going to win, but if you think the Ravens and Steelers can combine to score more than 43 points, friend, you just ain't paying attention.
Like, if we all wrong, we all right.
And as for the Packers and Pats, Aaron will have a good day. Aaron Jones, I mean. Over 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. And as for 12v12, well, Tom will have a nice night with 3 touchdown passes. But the Packers' other Aaron gets a huge road win. And you have my warmest football regards. Not you. You.
All right, thank you, Shek. Cynthia, game scores, quick picks. Texans, Broncos, go.
I have Texans winning 24-23. Look at J.J. Watt. It's not just the sacks, it's the pressure that he causes. And Case Keenum, under pressure, isn't exactly what the Broncos are looking for.
Lions in Minnesota. What do you say?
Yeah, Vikings 27-21. No Golden Tate. Plus, Latavius Murray on the ground sees the end zone. I have the Vikings with a big win here.
Bucks at Panthers.
Okay, Bucks at Panthers. I have the Panthers coming out on top 30-24. Cam Newton's averaging almost 9 rushing attempts per game, and only 11 running backs have more first downs on the ground than Cam Newton.
Does Amari Cooper mean more points for Dallas? We start high scoring, low scoring with the Titans and Cowboys, Cynthia.
I have the Cowboys winning this one 27-18. Adding Amari Cooper actually supercharges Zeke Elliott, allowing him to eat. I think this is a higher scoring game than you might think.
We like when Zeke eats. Dolphins and Jets, high scoring, low scoring.
You're seeing Frank Gore on your screen right now because you know what really good running backs do? They chew up time, they get first downs. This is going to be a low scoring game. Dolphins win 21-20.
Bears and Bills.
Yep, I have a high-scoring game in this one, 24-16. Tariq Cohen's on your screen because he's going to see the end zone this weekend.
Oh, Bears fans like that. TD, how about your lock of the week, my friend?
This is my lock of the week is the Bears over the Bills here. The Bills only 3 passing touchdowns all season long. Not enough offense to beat the Bears. So lock of the week, the Bears take care of business.
All right, TD, thank you. It is time for Pick 6. Cynthia giving points to each pick. Most confident pick gets 6. Your least gets 1. Let's take it to the house. Falcons at Redskins. Dan Hellie, the only one picking against his Redskins.
Again.
Just an FYI. Well, I like to rub it in.
Obviously, the Redskins, and they're getting the number 4, so the third most confident this week.
Okay. Packers at Patriots. This is one for the books. They faced each other before. Rodgers took it.
Yeah, well, that's home team gets it here.
Yep.
The Patriots win. I have a pretty convincing win in this one. It's the 5.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pack.
Packers just not good on the road this year. Steelers, Ravens, they've played before. You have the Ravens winning. We're split here.
We're split with the guys, right? You have the Ravens,
exactly.
too. Girls over guys. It's not the most confident, but I like our chances.
I like our chances. That Ravens defense, I think, is going to come out to play. Chiefs at Browns. Greg Williams now the head coach there. We're going Chiefs. Everybody saying the Chiefs.
Fun fact for your friends, Chiefs have yet to lose a coin toss, and they get the number 6 in the confidence pick here.
Yeah, that is pretty confident there. All right, this is another great game. Rams at Saints.
And it's not, even though we were all kind of in the lockstep on this one is the least confident one.
Everyone has the Saints except for me. I'm hoping that those Rams come out to play. All right, Bucks at Panthers.
Home team wins in this one. Cam on the ground. Cam's been playing great. Third, number 3 here. So not the most confident, but right up there.
And Fitzy back in the saddle there. Here is your recap. Of course, the Chiefs, you're most confident taking a W against
I gotta find my
Gremlins.
favorite Microsoft sticker here.
Stickers.
Stickers.
We're all about the stickers here.
Stickers, yeah.
All right, here's your recap. Cynthia Frelund, legit.
Quick recap of some of our picks. We like the Bears, the Panthers, and the Chiefs. We're split on the Jets and the Dolphins. The smart people pick the Jets. We are also split on the Steelers and Ravens. The smart people pick the Steelers on this one. And Minnesota, we are all over the Vikings. Lone wolfing it, picking the Falcons over my Redskins. And Erin lone wolfing it on the Rams, who are playing in New Orleans. Everybody likes New England. And I believe in the Tennessee Titans.